I've always been a massive fan of games like Fallout and the Metro series. If you've ever spent hours in Fallout or Metro, you'll understand. But here's the thing, it's been a long time since Fallout 4 and the recent Metro games. And honestly, getting tired of waiting for something new in that genre. Then recently, I got my radioactive itch back from a certain Ukraine series. Yes, we're talking about Stalker, the game that brings the Chernobyl exclusion zone to life like no other. Stalker 2 was finally released last November, and I still play it daily, halfway into 2025. I have played the original trilogy on PC and loved the series. When Stalker 2 was announced, I couldn't resist covering the game on the channel. The series always intrigued me with its unique take on the genre, so I pre-ordered it, even though many were saying there were a lot of issues. There were issues at launch with zero A-Life, broken quests, and who played on console was unplayable with the controller's dead zones not being great. Just a quick note, I'll have a video at the end if you're still having issues with controllers and we can move on. The Stalker series is a critically acclaimed franchise of first-person shooters developed by the Ukrainian studio GSC Game World. It is set in an alternate reality where the 1986 Chernobyl disaster led to a second event, resulting in a dangerous zone filled with mutated creatures, anomalies, and valuable artifacts. The series blends elements of survival horror, open-world exploration, and RPG mechanics. The first game in the series was released in 2007. It introduced players to the Chernobyl exclusion zone, a fictionalized version of real-life location. The game was known for its open-world gameplay, immersive atmosphere, and its unique A-Life AI system, which made the world feel dynamic and alive. The game was widely praised for its atmosphere, also criticized technical issues and bugs. A prequel to Shadow of Chernobyl, Clear Sky, was released in 2008, explored the events leading up to the creation of the zone, although it built upon the gameplay of the original. It was seen as a step back in terms of stability and polish. Many players felt it lacked the same magic as the first game. The third game, Call of Pripyat, was released in 2009. It was highly regarded for improving on mechanics of the previous titles, offering a more refined experience with better stability, AI, and graphics. It's often considered the best game in the series by many fans due to its balanced gameplay and open world. Imagine a mix between Fallout, Escape from Tarkov, and the Metro series, with the harsh reality of the Chernobyl zone. The game isn't about being a hero or saving the world, it's about surviving. You're a stalker, a scavenger in a world where everything from mutated creatures to reality-bending anomalies is trying to kill you. The gameplay offers a level of freedom that Metro can only dream of, and the gameplay is miles ahead of Fallout in my opinion. The setting, a dystopian Chernobyl, altered by a second disaster that leads to strange, dangerous anomalies. These anomalies warp reality itself, creating deadly zones where only the bravest stalkers dare to venture. You'll risk everything to find valuable artifacts, all while avoiding dangerous creatures and factions that don't care who you are. But here's the kicker, Stalker 2 isn't about quests alone. The journey is just as important as the destination. You'll find yourself wandering, getting sidetracked by countless side activities, and yes, probably dying a lot. It's all part of the thrill. The story of Stalker 2 follows Skiff, a guy who wakes up to find his apartment destroyed by a mysterious artifact. This event leads him into the zone, hoping to strike rich. Now, let's be clear, the narrative won't win any writing awards, it's not revolutionary, and the characters are pretty basic. That doesn't matter because Stalker 2 doesn't try to sell you in a deep story. Instead, it's all about making your own story and navigate the wasteland. The choices you make have consequences, and the game even has multiple endings based on how you interact with factions and the environment, which also change during the main campaign missions. Gameplay-wise, the real strength of Stalker 2 lies in the immersion. You'll feel like you're truly part of this desolate world every time you venture into a radioactive pit or explore an eerie underground facility. You experience firsthand, no cutscenes during the open world elements, no hand-holding, just pure, unfiltered survival. One of the most unique game worlds ever created. But let's not sugarcoat things, Stalker 2 isn't perfect. The graphics were supposed to be one of the highlights thanks to Unreal Engine 5. But what we got, flickering textures, disappearing objects, and poor NPC AI. And for me, I could not finish the campaign until recently with all the quest bugs. The AI system, A-Life 2.0, promised a living, breathing world, but it falls short. NPCs are static, with most encounters feeling staged rather than organic, with the 100-meter bubble where everything will come alive in that area, but as soon as you move on, the NPCs will resolve fights instantly. But GSC Game World has promised to get A-Life 2.0 to the point it was advertised being a living, breathing world. With mods, which should come soon, I can see many modders helping to improve the A-Life system until GSC Game World can get A-Life to scratch. Despite these issues, I still love my time with Stalker 2. It's a game filled with heart, and the developers have been quick to release patches to address bugs and performance problems. Let's not forget the team behind the game have faced immense challenges, and for that alone, I think it deserves our respect. While it's not a perfect game, it's one of the most unique experiences I've had in 2024 now as we're halfway into 2025. We have mods to come soon, 2 expansion DLCs, multiplayer, improved AI and A-Life, as well as quarterly roadmaps with GSC always updating us with new weapons, DLC, and hopefully new factions to come in the zone. So is Stalker 2 a masterpiece? Not quite. It's ambitious, immersive, and brutally fun survival game that stands out in this genre. If you're willing to look past its flaws and embrace the challenge, you'll find an experience like no other. And who knows, maybe after playing this, you'll go back and give the original games a proper shot with the updated remasters. If you're new or returning, I cover daily Stalker 2 updates on the channel. I'm very active over on Discord, being one of the content makers, so consider subscribing and check the previous updates from this week on screen now.